Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo. We got another reaction for you. This time it's the tragic fate of Fetty Wap. This is on Trap Talk YouTube channel. And I kind of forgot about Fetty Wap. I was like, man, he had a couple hit songs. And after a while, he just kind of like disappeared. But I wasn't really sure what happened to the dude. I don't think he fell off, but maybe he did. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of Fetty Wap, but I know that he was real big like around like what, 2015, 2016, 17, somewhere around there. We ain't really heard him much about him in like 2020 or beyond. Like it's kind of been like real quiet over there wherever he at. But we gonna get into this. We gonna find out what's going on with Fetty Wap, and hopefully he doing okay. Turn this up a little bit.
I know for a fact I was clearing 100,000 every day. Now, the day I woke up and I only made like 40,000, I'm like, something ain't right.
It's crazy how quickly things can go wrong. That was Fetty Wap, the dude who was running the game with back-to-back hits. He had it all, the fame, the money, the life. But out of nowhere, it all started to crash. From facing legal drama to battling personal demons, let's see what really went down with the trap star.
Well, I mean, legal issues can run anybody down. That stuff costs, man. Lawyer fees, whatever the court want to charge you for, like, especially if you're in a Commonwealth state, like, man, legal shit, get me up out of there. I'm not trying to be around no parts of no legal issues. None of them. Let's go.
Hitting the charts and losing his heart. In 2014, a local rapper from the bricks of Patterson, New Jersey, straight flipped the hip-hop game with a trap anthem about cooking work with his ride or die. Trap Queen launched Fetty Wap into the stratosphere, hitting number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and eventually securing that diamond plaque. Before you knew it, Fetty was making history as the first male rapper since Slim Shady to have 3 bangers simultaneously in the top 20. Born Willie Jr. Maxwell II, Fetty was fighting demons from day one. When he was just 6 months old, little man lost his left eye to congenital glaucoma, a rare condition that had fluid building up in his eye.
Yeah, we heard about that. Like, I didn't know that was the issue why he lost his eye, but he lost his eye very young. Very young. I never really knew that. He said I had glaucoma when I was a little. Matter of fact, my mother is here, actually.
Matter of fact, my mother is here, actually. Mom,
tell him about his eye right now.
How old are you?
This is the right answer. I was 6 months when I got glaucoma.
The physical difference had ops coming at him in the schoolyard, leading to mad scraps during his childhood in Patterson. Other kids were always trying to test him, including one incident where he straight launched a desk at another kid. At 12...
Dang, man, this man had a troubled childhood, man. He went through a lot at a young age, man. Lost his what is that? His left eye. He lost his left eye when he was 6 months old, basically. That's wild, man. And then he got picked on because, you know, kids is cruel. But, man, this man just had demon after demon, challenge after challenge. Life was just rough. I guess when he made it into the music business, it looked like things was looking up. But what happened to him in the music? That's what we trying to find out.
He got reconstructive surgery, but when he hit 18, Fetty made a boss move that became part of his whole image. He said forget the fake eye and kept it 100. But for real, it ain't as easy as most people think. Growing up, young Fetty was dead broke. After dropping out of school, he was trapping to survive, often without a place to lay his head. I didn't even get to use no bed. I was lucky to have a carpet, he told The Guardian, keeping it real about those struggle days. He remembers watching his baby sister suffer while Pops was on the grind.
Bro, sleeping in the car and watching my baby sister lips turn purple while my father somewhere trying to make something right. Bro.
When Trap Queen blew up, the whole game changed. That joint got him signed to 300 Entertainment. And by 2015, Fetty was the hottest new artist in the street.
Yeah, I thought it was like around 2015, 2016 when he had his blow up. I was okay. I was right. I was on point. Cool.
His self-titled debut album went straight to the top of the Billboard 200. And with bangers like 679, My Way, and Again had the whole hood on lock. This man was collecting hardware like Billboard Music Award and iHeartRadio Music Award for Top New Artist, plus 2 Grammy noms. Right when his career was taking off, Fetty caught a case of bad luck when he wrecked on his bike in Patterson on September 26, 2015. While trying to pass a whip, his motorcycle smashed head-on with another car, breaking his leg in 3 places.
Did you see how many people was trying to lift that car up? He was stuck up under that. Oh my God. Was that him or was that?
Pass a whip, his motorcycle smashed head-on with another car, breaking his leg in
Man.
3 places. Mans got rushed to the hospital but kept it G with the fans, posting on the gram, I broke my leg in 3 places, but I'll be alright. The cops hit him with tickets for no license, no insurance, and no registration, typical struggle of coming.
Damn, so he broke his leg in 3 places and then they gave him like 3 different charges. Hold on, let me see. Let me listen to that again.
But kept it G with the fans, posting on the gram, I broke my leg in 3 places, but I'll be alright. The cops hit him with tickets for no license, no insurance, and no registration, typical
No license, no insurance, and no registration.
struggle of coming from nothing. Despite the setback, money was coming in stupid. In one interview, Fetty revealed he was stacking paper like crazy at his peak.
Like I said, now we go, like I was saying, like it was, I know for a fact I was clearing 100,000 every day. Now, the day I woke up and I only made like 40,000, I'm like, some shit ain't right.
With all that bread, Fetty was splurging like a boss. Man had cribs all over the map, a fleet of whips, and was dropping bags on designer gear for his whole squad.
I had a lot of apartments. Like,
Why?
I don't fucking
Just for everybody or just you?
I just really just, like, I didn't like staying in hotels. Like, I don't like hotels. I don't like people who just could knock on my door when they feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fetty rolled deep everywhere he went, sometimes with a 30-man entourage, all eating off his plate. His monthly bills were hitting about $150,000, and homie was copping designer jeans for the whole crew like it was nothing.
so, like, let's say we go to the mall.
So he was balling out for his homies. He was throwing away a lot of money just to keep a whole bunch of people around him. You gotta remember, if you big dog, everybody gotta look the part with if they rolling with you. You can't have nobody looking like bums if you clearing 100,000 a day. So he was just spending just to keep his entourage up, like kind of like the MC Hammer story where he was just giving away all his money to the hood, trying to help everybody that he could. But you gotta think about it, man. You not making enough for everybody to eat. You know what I mean? You gotta have, I don't know, bro. I ain't never been in that lifestyle. I ain't never had that much money, so I really don't know what that's like. But I can imagine how quick your funds will deplete if you spending 10,000, 20,000 on, or at least just even just a 1,000 plus on 30 different people, bro. That's 30 racks. You say you making 100,000 a day, so you taking a big chunk every single day out of what you making just to support your entourage, just to keep them hanging around you or wanting to be around, and they not really doing nothing but just hanging around you. You know what I mean? But let's get into it, man. Let's get back into this.
Right?
Yeah.
At this time, I love robbing jeans. Right?
Yeah,
He's talking about $500 a pair of jeans.
Tell me they gave you some type of...
Of course, we still cool to this day, bro. That's my guy.
Took care of you.
You'll see people like this.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So if you buy yourself, you gonna look like just a greedy, selfish...
But then the type of damn, I'm like, all right, everybody grab a pair. And then my worst shopping experiences was Barney's when the Balmain came out.
Yeah.
We talking about $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 pair of jeans, bro.
At his financial peak, Fetty had stacked more paper than most of us will ever see.
You're like...
I never really understood that, because you can still look fly with a regular pair of jeans on, a nice $40, $50, $60 pair of jeans. Like, dang, you buying $1,500, everybody got a cop a pair of $1,500 jeans. Like, damn, bro, like, that money, like, I can't see, even if I got rich today, I cannot see myself spending that much on jeans. I can't see myself ever spending that kind of money on jeans. I'm gonna keep going to H&M. I'm gonna go to the little Old Navy. What is it? Burlington. It used to be Burlington Coat Factory, but man, I'm just gonna get my stuff up out of there and be cool. Maybe go to J.C. Penney or whatever. Like, man, these people just be throwing money to the wind, yo. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And then like they be messed up. They don't be having no money because they spent it all.
What?
The most I saw in my account.
Yeah, just
22.
in
22.
like 22,
Yeah.
22 million.
Yeah.
Holy. Man, I spent a lot too. I ain't gonna lie.
I saved a lot of money, bro.
22 million.
I saved a lot of money.
For shows, this man was getting paid stupid money. When asked about his biggest bag from one performance, Fetty dropped a number that had jaws on the floor.
How much is the most you ever got for one show?
For one show?
Yeah.
Like 375.
God damn it. In the United States, no way. Have to be like some Dubai.
No, United States.
For real?
Dubai was more.
Behind all the flexing, Fetty was building a complicated personal life. Man had 6 shorties with 5 different baby moms. Aiden, born 2011, mother Ariel Reese, Zaviera, 2015, Leje Kiona, Kari, 2016, Masika Kalisha, Amani, 2016.
This man just was spreading his seed all over the place, man. This man wouldn't stop. This man said, I gotta have her. I gotta have her. I mean, if you had money like that, when you really bringing it in, like, I guess you would just, you know, have a whole bunch of baby mothers. Man, this man was living the dream. This man was living the American dream, like, no bullshit. He had it all, bro. There was nothing this man couldn't have, bro. He could have anything he wanted. Man, I need a moment, yo. That's wild. Had to get me some water, man. Sometimes when you talking, your mouth get dry. You know what I mean? I was talking a little bit too much, but yeah, let's go ahead and get back into this, man.
Elena Parker, Lauren, 2017, Turquoise Miami, and Z, 2018, Leje Kiona. His relationships with the mothers were all over the place, with some saying he was a good co-parent, while others kept it drama-filled. Fetty's love life was staying in the headlines when he wifed up model Leandra K. Gonzalez in September 2019, but that marriage was DOA, ending in divorce less than a year later with no...
Dang, bro. It ain't even last a year. See, this is the problem. It's a lot of brothers that want to be in love, but a lot of these women are so damaged and broken that they can't really give love. Like, they don't have it in their heart to give. Like, they done been through too much. And it's just like loving another man, like, it would take all of them, and they don't have all of them to give. They broken. You know what I mean? Like, it's real hard choosing a wife, but he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and she's gonna be a wife before she even get the ring. She's gonna have the qualities and the attributes of a real wife before you get the ring. That's how you know. If she not trying to play that role before you give her the ring, that's not a wife, bro. There ain't no love there. But if she doing all the things that a wife do, you gotta wife her up, man. Cause everybody not gonna do that for you. And she probably went through her healing process, you know what I mean? And she ready to love. But you gotta find a woman that's not all the way out there, man. Like, the attitudes and the baggage, man. It's hard to find a woman who has not been tainted by the world yet. You know what I mean? That's hard to find. Even at all your success and your stardom and your celebrity and all that, is still not enough sometimes, man. You gotta find the right one.
No kids in the mix. Adding more mess to the situation, a sex tape with Fetty and his ex-shorty Alexis Sky hit the internet in January 2017, bringing more unwanted attention. Despite all the drama, Fetty tried to hold it down as a father. In interviews, he stressed that real parenting was about being present, not just cutting checks.
That's real though. I mean, you can provide all day, but the presence is what really matters. Being around your kids, being in the vicinity where they can say, hey daddy, look what I did today. You know what I mean? You gotta be there. And if you're not there, then it's gonna feel like you ain't really a father. At least in their eyes, the kids' eyes, it's all about their perspective and how you raising them up to be, you know what I mean? Raising them up to be the seed that you saw in your mind, in your mind's eye. You gotta do all that. You gotta be there. You gotta teach them and guide them. You know what I mean? The mother can only do but so much. You gotta do the rest. That's what it's about.
Oh, man. Love and time, bro. Money don't mean nothing. And trust me on that, bro. You don't want to ever be looked at as the person with money. You want to be looked at as dad. You give your kid, it's time. I had to give you any advice, bro, when they come, you spend as much time as you possibly could because you can never ever get that back.
In 2020,
That's so real, bro. That's the one thing you cannot get back in this realm. You can get money back. You know what I mean? You can get endorsements back. You can get opportunities back, but you cannot get your time back, yo. You cannot get your time back. Once that time is spent, that's it. It's up. It's over. So you gotta be real wise with your time. You gotta use your time wisely. It's even a saying, man. And it's a reason why these cliche sayings keep coming up, because they so real. You keep hearing the same thing over and over, that's how you know it's real, especially when it comes from different people or different sources, different places. Like when you keep hearing the same thing, that's when you know it's real, bro, because you keep hearing it. Everybody keep telling you the same thing, and they don't know your situation, or they don't know what you've been through or nothing like that, but you keep hearing the same thing. It's time to take heed, man. And he probably heard it more than enough to realize the reality.
Struck when Fetty's brother, Trishan Depew, got gunned down in October. This hit Fetty hard, and he poured his heart out on Instagram. But an even more devastating blow came in June 2021, when Fetty's 4-year-old daughter, Lauren Maxwell, passed away. The cause was later revealed to be a fatal cardiac arrhythmia due to complications of congenital cardiac anomalies. Basically,
this man went through a whole lot. He lost his brother, and he lost one of his children. That impact could bring anybody down. Like he probably won't feel motivated enough to do music talking about damn she mine. But yo, like, this man went through a lot, bro. The tragic fate of Fetty Wap is a real story, bro. This man went through a lot. All his life, bro. Even the celebrity, fame, and stardom couldn't stop the pain from coming into his life, bro. It was nothing but pain for this man, bro. And I see it.
a heart defect she had since birth. Fetty was in Miami when he got the soul-crushing news via FaceTime from Lauren's mother, Turquoise Miami. He later described it as the worst thing that could have possibly ever happened to him. Despite being destroyed inside, Fetty still performed at Rolling Loud Miami shortly after.
That's a strong brother, man. He lost his brother. He lost his baby girl. And he's still going on stage to give y'all a show, man. I don't think this man got the respect he really truly deserved, man. He should still be at the top of the charts, bro. This man should still be at the top of the charts with everything he had to deal with, all he went through, the lives he changed, the people he helped. Like, man, this man's a real hero. This man's a real hero.
After dedicating his set to Lauren and sharing emotional tributes on social.
That was, out of everything I've been through in my life, that was the worst possible feeling I could ever have. Because they always say you're not supposed to question God, right? But 4 years old, no health problems. What the, like
why?
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So many questions.
Turquoise Miami also spoke on their baby girl, calling Lauren an amazing, beautiful, funny, vibrant, loving, talented, smart, and hard-headed princess mermaid Aquarius. The loss sent Fetty spiraling, but somehow he found strength in his daughter's memory.
my daughter, she's the one that got me out of it, bro. You look at these pictures, and she's always smiling, just like her dad.
Right.
No matter what she go through, she's smiling, just like her dad.
On Reddit, fans showed love during this dark time. One user wrote, "It's gotta be super hard to lose a child and then have to show up for a crowd of thousands and try to make them happy." While another commented, "Jesus Christ, man, didn't his brother die last year? Stay strong, Fetty." For Fetty, losing his daughter hit different because it came when his whole career was already on the decline. The wave he caught with Trap Queen had already crashed, and the man was drowning in both personal and professional L's that were about to get even heavier, losing his money and making choices. By 2017, the glow that made Fetty Wap the hottest thing in hip-hop was starting to fade. The man who once had the charts on Smash was dropping singles that couldn't match his earlier heat. Tracks like Jimmy Choo, 2016, number 65, Wake Up, 2016, number 50, and Kinky, 2018, number 43, weren't hitting like his 2015 run. Fetty first clocked that something was off when his daily bread started shrinking from what he was used to getting during his peak.
And I'm like, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000, 30,000. Hey, we want to book Fetty for 50,000. I'm like, what the?
He tried to get back in the game. When his 2016 single Wake Up went platinum, it looked like he might bounce back, but that momentum fizzled out quick.
I did. I actually made one. Wake Up.
Yeah.
Wake Up with platinum in maybe like 2 weeks.
According to the streets and industry watchers on Reddit, Fetty fell off because of a few things. He wasn't evolving his sound when the game was changing. His label 300 Entertainment was mismanaging him. and he missed chances to stay relevant. Some fans said his flow got too repetitive, though not everybody.
That makes sense. Like, the sound keeps sounding the same. It's not growing or changing or evolving. People won't get bored of it. And see, that's the struggle of an entertainer. You got to keep people entertained. If you keep doing the same thing and they not feeling it, like, you got to switch it up. You got to do something new. And he probably tried to do that, but he probably, I don't know. I really don't know, because I wasn't really a Fetty Wap listener or Fetty Wap enjoyer. I wasn't really into music like that at the time. You know what I mean? I started making my distance from music around those years. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of, like, didn't really see the point in making music if I wasn't getting no money off of it. You know, I had a dream, but I don't think I wanted it that bad. And that's why I never really made it, because I didn't push hard enough. And I didn't try to reach out to record labels and A&Rs and all that. That's what I didn't do. I was just in my room writing rap songs. You know what I mean? Putting them on tracks and all that. But I can only imagine how difficult it is when you lose like the people that's closest to you, and then now your fans is turning on you talking about you keep sounding the same. We want to hear something different. Like, how do you deal with all that, bro? How do you deal with all that?
Everybody agreed on that. Fetty himself put the blame on his management team. In a 2021 interview with Fat Joe, he kept it 100, saying, "The people I had around me wasn't experienced. Nobody was experienced, honestly." He called his squad homeboy management and explained how he ended up fronting tour money and other expenses out of pocket despite having a deal. The money, stress had Fetty in his feelings. "I kind of got depressed in a sense," he admitted, which led to him falling back from music for years. During this time, bills were piling up, and he realized his lavish lifestyle was bleeding him dry.
Like, when I started looking at my bills, like when I started paying myself, like, I'm like, what the? I'm paying $10,000 a month for car insurance. Like, I'm like, well, I'm doing that for I'm only driving about 2-3 of these fuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Fetty's money problems hit critical when his accounts got frozen without warning.
I remember that shit like yesterday. I took out $100,000, and I was about to fly to Cali. And when I landed I was flying to Cali. And when I landed out there, because we was doing my daughter's birthday that weekend, I think, and I went to the bank again, and that was like, hold. I'm like, what do that mean?
So you try to take money out, and they're like, oh no, there's a hold on it.
Yeah, and then I went to call to my other account, like, yo, can you send me this? He's like, yo, bro, I gotta talk to you.
This financial disaster left him struggling for a minute.
I'm like, what you talking about? And yeah, so I think for 6 months, I was broke, bro.
Damn, they had your whole account on freeze. It wasn't like no taxes shit, no.
Nah.
When COVID hit in 2020, it made everything worse by shutting down live shows, which was a major bag for artists. With streams not hitting like they used to and no tour money coming in, Fetty was backed into a corner. In a 2023 interview from The Pen, he admitted, "As fans stopped purchasing my music, I turned to the life I once knew," talking about going back to the trap. Fetty's legal problems jumped off on October 29, 2021,
So when they froze his account, he tried to get back into trapping. Damn, bro. Like, my man was going backwards, bro. He ain't know what else to do. They froze his accounts. He was spending a lot of money on shit he didn't need. Trying to keep up with his entourage. Losing his family members. Like, bro, this man went through hell. This man literally went through hell on earth. And no amount of fame, stardom, or money was going to save him, bro. And then, once his money got frozen, he just went back to trapping. That's crazy. I'm sure the feds was listening. The feds was all over it.
The feds grabbed him at Citi Field in New York.
Right as I pressed play, the feds. They said the feds grabbed him up. Cause bro, you a high profile celebrity. You cannot, bro. You need anonymity in them streets, bro. You not anonymous. Like, you gonna have to have other people around you doing it. You can't even be the one doing it. Like, you can't be doing the hand-to-hands or taking the calls. There got to be somebody on your team that you trust and that's not going to run off with the bag. Like, man, that's crazy.
Before he was supposed to perform at Rolling Loud, he got charged with participating in a drug trafficking conspiracy, moving over 100 kilos of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack across Long Island and New Jersey from 2019 to 2020. This wasn't some small-time operation. The feds seized $1.5 million in cash, 16 kilos of cocaine, 2 kilos of heroin, mad fentanyl pills, multiple straps, and ammunition. They said the drugs were coming from the West Coast using USPS and whips with hidden compartments. This wasn't Fetty's first dance with the system either. On November 2nd, 2017, he got booked in Brooklyn for drunk driving, drag racing, and related charges. He later copped a plea to misdemeanor reckless endangerment, paying a $500 fine, getting his license suspended for 90 days, and having to take some driving classes, but avoided lockup. In 2019, he got arrested in Vegas for allegedly putting hands on hotel employees, though those charges eventually got dropped. For the drug case, Fetty initially pleaded not guilty and got out on a $500,000 bond, but his freedom was short-lived. In August 2022, his bail got revoked after prosecutors said during a FaceTime call in 2021, he flashed a burner and threatened to murk somebody. They threw him in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, keeping him in protective custody since he was famous. On August 22nd, 2022, Fetty changed his plea to guilty on conspiracy to distribute 500 grams or more of cocaine, a charge with a mandatory minimum of 5 years. His legal team argued that he only went back to the game because COVID had him struggling financially, and he needed to feed his family. On May 24th, 2023, U.S. District Judge Joanna Sabert hit Fetty with 6 years in federal prison and 5 years of supervised release. During sentencing, the prosecution pushed for more time, saying Fetty was using his fame to glorify the drug game. In court, Fetty owned his mistakes, saying, "Me being selfish in my pride put me in this position today," and apologized for hurting his community, fans, and family. He explained he was just trying to provide for his people during hard times, telling the court, "I only ever wanted to help my family." The case involved 6 defendants total, including Fetty, 4 co-defendants. Anthony Leonardi, Robert Leonardi, Brian Sullivan, and Kevon Wiggins also took plea deals and were waiting on their sentences. Anthony Sensei, a former New Jersey corrections officer who was moving cocaine for the operation, got 72 months in March 2023.
Damn, so he even had cops and law enforcement on his detail, bro. That's real money, bro. He influenced cops to work for him, bro. See, that money really talk, yo. That money really talk. When you can buy officers, man, bro. That's insane, bro. This man started making all the wrong choices when the money slowed up. He had to keep it going by any means necessary. He was not going to stop.
Judge Siebert said Fetty's case was one of the hardest in her 30-year career, noting the contrast between his success, supportive family, and the serious crimes he committed. It was a wild situation. A dude who had made it out the trap only to jump back in, despite having everything most people from the hood dream about. Fans had mixed reactions to Fetty's legal drama. Some couldn't understand why he'd risk it all. On Reddit, one user wrote, "I never understand these people. Like, you've just made millions from your hits, and you can probably keep making more millions by touring and playing the same songs that got you the first millions. Instead, you run drugs." Others were less sympathetic. Another Reddit user commented, his lawyer said he turned to selling drugs during the pandemic because there were no opportunities for shows. 1, even before the pandemic, he would flake on the ones he had scheduled. 2, "I'm sorry I can't feel bad for someone who earned millions at one time but couldn't invest it properly or keep afloat. 6 years is a good deal, honestly." On Twitter, the reactions were similar. One user posted, "These rappers make bread from music. Why are they still trapping?" While another joked, "Rappers trying not to throw their life away by selling drugs challenge. Difficulty impossible." Even while locked up, Fetty kept his music career alive. In November 2023, he dropped his 3rd studio album, King Zoo, featuring a verse from Coi Leray. The project showed he was still committed to making music despite being behind. Bars. In early 2025, his 2015 banger again started popping off on Instagram Reels and TikTok, showing fans still rocked with him. But being locked up meant he couldn't really capitalize on this renewed buzz. Through all the legal drama, Fetty has stayed resilient. Word is that while in prison, he's keeping his head up, working out and planning future music moves. Industry heads like 50 Cent and Coi Leray have been showing support, helping keep his spirits up during this rough patch. As of April 2025, Fetty remains locked up at the Federal Correctional Institution in Sandstone, Minnesota, with a release date set for March 13, 2027. In February 2025, he addressed rumors about an early release through an Instagram story repost from his sister, Divinity Maxwell, simply stating, "He's not out yet." Finding peace in prison and music. For a dude who once bragged about making $100K daily at his peak, Fetty Wap's current situation is night and day. Concrete walls, strict schedule, and and limited contact with the outside world. But even locked up, the Zoo Gang leader has shown he's built different, maintaining his mental and finding new perspective on what really matters. From his cell at the Federal Correctional Institution in Sandstone, Minnesota, Fetty has kept some connection to his fans through social media and occasional new music drops. The time behind bars has forced him to reflect, clearly shifting his priorities and outlook on life. This growth shows up most when Fetty talks about being a father. Despite being physically separated from his shorties, he emphasizes that real connection matters more than throwing money at them, a lesson he learned the hard way.
So now I grew into my daughter's favorite artist. I know my daughter's favorite artist. I know what she loves to do. She's a Visco girl, bro. She loves to wear like the big clothes.
He shares proud moments of genuine connection with his kids that go beyond his fame and bankroll, like when his daughter hit him first during a major milestone in her life.
And for the ladies, when it was time for her to be Tom, you catch my drip. I was the first person to know, bro.
Right.
It wasn't her mom. She called me first.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting on the phone with my daughter. We both crying. I'm like, she's crying because she's a little embarrassed. I'm crying because my girl is now, my baby girl is.
The rapper breaks down the difference between just being a provider, daddy, and actually being present as a father, dad, showing how his mindset has evolved.
I could get around anybody that got a kid and be dad.
Be they dad.
You know what I'm saying? I can play daddy all day. But when it's yours, my dad. Like, not your dad.
They proud to say it's my dad.
My dad, you know what I'm saying? So I'm somebody's father.
His efforts to be a real one for his kids even had him stepping up his domestic game.
I learned how to cook. Make the pancakes when we crush up the 40 pebbles and we put them in the mix and
you get fancy
bro,
with
I
it.
get busy because I want to be that person.
Right.
I want to be Superman to them.
This growth in how Fetty approaches fatherhood points to a bigger level up process, accelerated by his time in the pen and the devastating loss of his daughter Lauren. Through these hardships, he seems to have gained a deeper appreciation for what he once took for granted. Despite being locked up, Fetty hasn't abandoned his musical grind. In November 2023, he released his third studio album, King Zoo, showing his commitment to creating art even while behind bars. The album, featuring a collab with Coi Leray, represented Fetty's continued evolution as an artist. Before his bid, Fetty dropped The Butterfly Effect in 2021, an album with deep meaning for him after losing his daughter. The title itself was significant, as he explained.
People are on it.
The Butterfly Effect, bro, the reason I chose The Butterfly Effect, a lot of people would think it had something to do with my daughter. My daughter Lauren that passed. That was, out of everything I've been through in my life, that was the worst possible feeling I could ever have, because
The Butterfly Effect concept, how small moves can lead to major outcomes, works as a metaphor for Fetty's whole journey.
That's real, bro. Like, I had a couple butterfly effects. Like, if I wish I would have did that one thing different, like, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I'd be in a much better place. Like, so I understand that concept of butterfly effect. Everybody was assuming that it was about his daughter, but that was just one of the things that went into the Butterfly Effect project. Like, it wasn't the main thing. It was one of the things. The main thing was everything he was dealing with because of the choices that he made. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this man went through hell 3 times over, maybe even more. And right now, even now as we speak, he's locked up. He's locked up for running drugs and whatnot, bro. He not coming out till 2027, bro. That's a year and a half. He got a whole year and a half he got to be down before he can come out, bro. And that's, bro, I don't wish prison time, jail time on nobody, man, because that stuff will literally break your spirit, break your mind. And you're not going to come out the same way, bro. It don't matter if nobody touched you or nothing, bro. Just being in there and you can't do nothing, it'll make you lose your mind.
Described the album as really like my life story, as much as I could give in 17 songs, suggesting he was opening up more than in his earlier work, while still keeping some parts of his life private. Fetty hasn't been feeling how the industry has responded to his music during his bid. He believes his work deserves more shine and promo than it's getting.
if all the artists, if as many artists that I've helped throughout these years promoted mine the way I promoted theirs,
Right.
I will have the #1 album in the world
Today.
Yeah, I will. The Butterfly Effect will be the #1 album out right now.
He breaks down the difference between his job as an artist and what he expects from his label regarding promotion.
That's
My
what I'm
job
saying.
is to be
Maybe
a
they're
rapper.
not doing what they supposed to do.
My job is to be a rapper. I stopped trying to do everybody else's job. Bruh. I only got one job, is to go record music and make good music and hand it to them. Their job is to make sure everybody else gets it. That's not my job.
Right.
So I'm only supposed to do interviews. I'm supposed to do shows. I'm supposed to do I'm supposed to go make music. That's my job. I am an artist.
This perspective reflects a more mature understanding of the music industry and his place within it, a contrast to earlier stages of his career when he took on multiple roles to his own detriment. Despite the commercial challenges, Fetty takes pride in the authenticity of his recent work, suggesting that his focus has shifted from commercial success to artistic integrity.
And I say that because everything was authentic, bro. It wasn't perfect. It was authentic. That made it real, bro.
There are signs that fan interest in Fetty's music endures. In January 2025, his 2015 song Again experienced a resurgence on social media platforms like Instagram Reels and TikTok, demonstrating the lasting appeal of his work even years after its release. Throughout his incarceration, Fetty has maintained a philosophical outlook on his situation, developing what he describes as peace amid ongoing challenges.
I suggest people like to really break down that record and listen to it, bro. Like, I'm really at so much peace with so much pain and heartache that still linger around me.
He explains that despite the numerous losses he's experienced, including 2 brothers, his daughter, and his grandparents, he has found a way to achieve a measure of tranquility.
Bro, I'm at peace as much as I can be.
I was gonna say, is it 100% at peace? About 85% at peace?
I say, like, if I had to choose, bro, if I really had to put a number on it, man, it'd be 1738.
The reference to 1,738 inches, a signature number for Fetty that appears in many of his songs, is a playful nod to his roots, even as he discusses serious topics, suggesting he has retained his sense of humor despite his circumstances. Fetty's enigmatic Instagram post stating, "I'm on borrowed time," sparked speculation among fans about its meaning. When directly asked if it was related to his legal situation or a potential early release, Fetty declined to elaborate.
Speaking of time, in a recent post you put, "I'm on borrowed time." Some people took that as, oh, Fetty Wap is on borrowed time, he's going back to jail. I took it as, he's talking about he's on God's time. Is there, but what was the meaning about that, "I'm on borrowed time"?
No comment.
No comment. I'm gonna keep it moving.
As of April 2025,
Yeah, that's probably something he can't talk about. He on borrowed time. I don't know if you want to go into the Illuminati, the ritual sacrifices and all that nonsense, but it could have something to do with, like, when you get signed, like, after you do a certain amount of work, like, your time's up. I don't know, but when a dude asks him, "You on borrowed time, what you mean by that?" he like, "No comment. I don't even want to talk about it." So you gotta leave that where it lay.
he remains in prison, with a scheduled release date of March 13th, 2027. In February 2025, he addressed rumors of an early release through social media, confirming that he was still serving his sentence. During his imprisonment, Fetty has been reported to maintain physical fitness and focus on future musical plans. Support from industry peers like 50 Cent and Coi Leray has helped bolster his spirits during this challenging period. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.
Well, I'm gonna definitely get this video a like. It was posted like 3 days ago. We a little late. But yeah, man, like, this man went through hell. I wouldn't wish what he went through on nobody, man. This man went through it all, bro. Lost his peoples, lost his money, got locked up for running drugs, man. This man been through it all, bro. I only wish the best for Fetty Wap because I feel like he deserved it, man. I feel like he definitely deserved. He deserved better, yo. I don't know if he should have had the #1 album in the world, but like he said, if people was helping him like he was helping people, then he would have been way further up the ladder. But that's how it is. You in a dog-eat-dog world, man. Everybody's in competition with you, bro. They trying to surpass you. So they ain't gonna help you do nothing, man. But this man had a good heart. He had a pure heart. And nobody really could return the favor. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo.